Good morning, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. I'm about to do something that I am unironically so excited for. And this may sound dumb, but I'm about to log in to the Cool Duder account. Now, why am I so excited? I'm so excited because I haven't logged into this account in like 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. Shiny Wars just ended 2 days ago or something. It's been like one full day since the end. And I've just been processing everything. I haven't been able to make a Road to PokeMMO episode in quite a bit. And I'm super excited because I am hoping, and I'm excited to see what shinies may have flipped. I had like 2 or 3, I believe, shiny flips actively on the GTL since the last time I logged in. So I'm excited. I'm hoping for at least one flip, one shiny sold, please. If there's one shiny sold, I'd be really happy. It'd be really cool. It'd be really impressive. If there's none, this is going to be a very embarrassing PokeMMO clip. But let's go ahead and check the GTL. The moment of truth, your listings. Yes. Okay. One sold. The Venipede sold plus so much more. But that, oh yes, 4.25 mil. Did I have any other flips going on? I have this tentacle still. Okay, so I had 2. Oh my goodness, the big one sold. That's even better. That's so much better than I could have asked for. I don't remember how much this Venipede I bought for. Dude, I have to guess. At least, I would guess like 3 to 3.5 mil. But I don't remember. So we're minimum making, 700, 800, probably a mil on this. You guys probably remember better than me, but man, oh, that's a good feeling. Shiny flips are so satisfying. We're starting this episode at 1.7 mil. Psych. Just kidding. Now we're starting it at 6.3. Oh, wow. That is just phenomenal. If a flip like that and a Pokeyen stack change like that doesn't make you want to like the video and subscribe, I don't know what will. But I'm excited to be back and doing Road to PokeMMO content. Let's just go ahead and actually flip and reclaim this tentacle and relist this. I'm just going for the same price, I think. Yeah, for now, I'm okay with going for the same price. Maybe you could go 100k less or something. Not that price. That would have been a huge mistake. 2.9. Okay, we'll do 3 mil. We'll list that again for that price. I'm totally okay with that. These were the mediocre comps, Garbodor and Pidgeot. I'm okay with these going for 30k. Like, as long as these go for something. These are mostly just done for fun and to like give people, they're not great. We have a storyline mon, whatever. Those can just go super cheap. That's totally okay. Alpha prices constantly aggressively change. I do feel comfortable listing this Nidoqueen for a little more because it's kind of an interesting Pokemon. I'll go 50k on that totally safely. It's Crawdont though. Alpha prices change all the time. Let's double check this one. I had this thing listed for 300k, and I can tell you confidently, I don't know what I was smoking when I listed that because we see 40k here, we see Water AA group, we see 20, 30. I don't know what I was on when I listed that thing. Maybe I listed it as a Crawdont because people were actually looking for like adaptability Crawdonts at the time, which is kind of fair. For example, like this Crawdont, was a bit more. This Corp with a 3x31. You know what though? I must have messed something up on this. Did I buy this to flip maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I must have messed something up, but we're gonna go ahead and just we're gonna do that. We're gonna do 39. We're gonna let it sell. We're gonna let it fly, let it sell, let it move on. That's totally okay. There you go. GG's. Straw Fossil for 8,500. Okay. We got to get that money moving, the capital flowing. I'd rather let it go for less and just kind of move on. How many Pokemon do I have left in the GTL? We've got about a page, like 11 Pokemon or something. The hilarious thing is I haven't even listed all my Dittos yet. I still have all these Dittos here that need listing and a bunch that need sorting. And do I want to go back to Dittos? I think the last time, I have to recall what I was doing. I think the last time I was on this account, I was trying to level this Parasect so that I actually could safely go do the Ditto farming method because I need to remove these 2 moves again. I needed to level this thing up so that just in the off chance that I encounter a shiny Loudred, I can actually take care of it with this, because otherwise I would have lost a shiny Loudred if that were to happen at times 5 forward. It's a pretty niche situation, but you do want to control the RNG. I always talk about controlling the RNG that you can within PokeMMO, especially within shiny hunting. So the question is, yes, what are we doing next? We're probably doing the boring thing. We're probably doing a gym run. We're going to do a gym run. We're going to gain some more XP on our Parasect, and that's the end of it. I'll see you guys after. The sad thing is, Rich's Charms keep going up in price because the anniversary event keeps getting delayed. So I think I probably still make more money. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I probably still make more money buying the Rich's Charms at 55k. But I don't really want to worry about it. I don't want to take the risk. I don't want to. I mess up gyms a lot on this account because my gym rerun team is not perfect, so it's possible I could lose more money. This is kind of an illogical decision, but it's a little more comfy one for me. It gives me less stress, less worrisome on what's going to happen with what run, etc. If I mess up a gym, I'm going to worry less about it and just kind of enjoy myself a little more, even though I may make a little less profit, but I'm not even sure. It kind of depends, and it's okay to make decisions like that in PokeMMO. Stuff that you always want to make decisions based on efficiency and your own personal enjoyment. I think having a mix in between the two is super important, and you know, that's up to your own values. Do you value efficiency to X extent, or do you value comfort to X extent? I think it's going to be totally, that answer is going to be totally different per person. Alrighty, I finished up my gym run. I ended up with my Parasect being level 78, and I'm at 6.5 mil Pokeyen. That feels so nice to say on this account. I'm at 6.5 mil Pokeyen. But now, you know what? I'm in kind of an AFK grinding chill mood. When I say AFK, I just mean sort of brain dead. Someone actually asked me that question recently. Hey, what do you mean by AFK? I use that terminology in a wildly different way than most gamers. A lot of people, when they hear the term AFK, they think away from keyboard, which is, you know, what it stands for. But RuneScape players, if you've ever played the game, RuneScape players use the term AFK in a very, very different way, almost to sort of mean like, oh, mentally AFK. It's kind of hard to explain, but essentially for a RuneScape player, if you only have to click on screen like one time every 6 seconds or so, that is quote unquote AFK to us unhinged RuneScape players. So that's something I thought, you know what, go ahead and clear up. And if I ever mention that throughout my videos, I'm not going AFK. Someone was curious if I was running a bot, and I was like, no, of course I'm not going actually away from keyboard and running a bot. AFK is just something I consider to be like a background task. And what kind of AFK activity do I want to do? I want to do some XP trading. I have a ton of Pokemon to still level over here in my boxes, and I think it is worth for me to go ahead and just buy an XP charm and do that leveling. However, I do kind of have to do something first. I have to get myself some discharge Pokemon to level along the way. A lot of people may know this at this point if you're watching the series, but essentially, if you level a Pokemon with a level 100 Pokemon in the front of the party and then use XP shares or whatever to get the XP on the other ones, you're missing out on half of the XP per battle, which is pretty extreme. So the better thing you can actually do is you can actually go over here. I'm going to do special attack, speed. We're going to do nature. We're looking for something with plus special attack, but isn't expensive. You probably want like mild, modest, or rash. Modest might get kind of expensive. You want to go here, and I'm going to look for discharge users since I'm going to be XP grinding and farming a lot at Tentacruel. Discharge is pretty good here. You can also go for Earthquake as well. So I'm going for 20 plus, mild discharge. We've got a couple clinks. I actually saw multiple clinks. So honestly, I'm okay with grabbing those and then selling them off as level 100 clink clangs down the line. This Mareep is also pretty cool. Let's just go ahead and grab one. I need at least like, I want to do as many as possible. So probably 3 or 4 or 5. Let's grab both the clinks. That definitely works. Minin, I think that could also just work. I'm trying to think if there's a reason to go something else. I could just not look up discharge as well and look for something that can, like, maybe doesn't have discharge yet, but it can learn discharge down the line, like this Minin, for example, we see right there. Getting something with a higher level is nice. This is for 1200 Pokeyen. It's so cheap. What if I check to make sure? When does this thing learn discharge? Level 31. Yup, that'll work perfectly. Only 1200 Pokeyen. You can get discharge pokes for really cheap. Now, obviously, I do have to go and actually EV train all of these first. Alright, so for special attack EV training, I'm going to be right here. I should have an extra XP share. I'm actually missing one. I need one more. I bet it's somewhere in my PC, but I'm going to be doing Gloom here to the left of Fortree City. I love this location. Shiny Oddish is a shiny I really want, and Shiny Blossom one day. So if either of those were a cool dude or OT, I'd be okay with that. Yeah, I have one XP share on my Parasect I forgot to take off. I think that's the... Is there another one over here? No. I think that's the only one. So I only have 4 XP shares on this account. It's good to have 4 or 5, honestly, on your accounts if possible. Something even better technically here would be if I had, like, a Smeargle. Ursaring's okay here with Sweet Scent. If I had a Smeargle that had, like, Surf, Fly / teleport, probably teleport would be better. Surf, teleport, and Sweet Scent, that would be super ideal here. That would actually allow me to EV train 5 Pokemon as opposed to I'm only able to train 4 here, but I don't even have the 5 XP shares yet, so it kind of works, kind of doesn't. But I'm gonna be here at Gloom. Really good spot, a classic EV training spot in PokeMMO, just super solid. And then once I finish EV training these discharge users, then I can finally go ahead and actually go XP train them and start getting one of them high enough level to kill Tentacruels, and then we can start XP training the other Pokemon. A very much sort of chain of events. This is what it takes to be efficient in PokeMMO. These chain of events, one thing spanning to another, and just sort of making you do one thing and then another. Yep, you guys can get the drill. Honestly, in my opinion, that's one of the things that makes PokeMMO so fun. It can be kind of exhausting, but it's also wicked rewarding because of that. And here it is, the last horde for 252 special attack. I'm just going to head over to Rapidash, probably in Unova due to the speed. I could go to Linoon, actually. You know what? I think I'm more of a Linoon guy. I forget if Linoon is like somewhere over here, or if it's actually just... I'll find it really quick. I thought it was pretty close by. Yeah, it's over at Route 121. So if you fly to Lily Cove City, and then I believe just go west. I think it's right here. Yeah, in this first grass patch. I believe this is Linoon Horde. Should be right here. Yup, perfect. I'll see you guys at 252 speed as well. Alright, I went ahead and got the 252 speed EVs without really noticing the last battle, but that's totally okay. Now I need to go level up one of these to at least be strong enough to take on those Tentacruels that we talked about. I'll probably just head over to the Unova Undella Bay location. I love going to that location to train discharge Pokemon, since Mantine and Pelipper are 4 times weak to electric, so it makes it a lot easier. I can probably go there and one-shot those Pokemon with level 40 Ampharos, even though they'll be level 54, maybe even up to 60. You want to go for Pelipper if you're using Discharge, since Pelipper is a defense wall and has less special defense, whereas Mantine is like a huge special defense tank. So you're going to have a really hard time taking down a Mantine with a Discharge, even 4 times weak. So if you surf right here and go for a horde, you'll actually find Mantine, but if you head to the east enough to where your little thing in the top left, your little locator in the top left, when that changes to Undella Bay from Undella Town and you surf here in Sweet Scent, then you should get ×5 hordes of Pelipper. I put a choice specs to make sure I could do enough damage, and it did actually work. I was able to one-shot the entire horde. However, 2 of the Pelippers outsped me, which tells me I might need to switch something up or use a different Pokemon. Or maybe I just kind of deal with it until my Ampharos is leveled up enough to be able to outspeed them. That's an option. Alright, I was able to put the other discharge Pokemon away. For the time being, I'll actually just end up XP training those ones at Tentacruel hilariously, so that then they can later on be used to level other Pokemon at Tentacruel. And the chain of events continues, but I'm going to go ahead and keep using Ampharos here. Maybe it's possible I'm just fast enough. Well, that Tailwind is going to obliterate me. Not gonna lie, I might just go ahead and die here. I also need to make sure I raise my discharge up to the first slot as opposed to being here. Thankfully, every single Pelipper just chose a move that didn't damage me. That was really lucky. I grabbed a teleport Pokemon since I don't have to have my inventory and team full of other Pokemon now, so I have a teleport mon, 6k HP. Beautiful. I'll outspeed these things in no time. I have a catching Pokemon just in case I run into a shiny. Highly unlikely, hoping I don't get a second Pelipper, but we'll see. Other than this, I'll just essentially see you guys once I have enough levels on my Ampharos to comfortably take on Tentacruel. Well, in this one, I actually outsped the Pelippers, which is a really good sign. I'm really just casually doing this right now. If I'm actually able to start focusing soon, I probably should pop an XP charm even while I'm doing this, just because it would save me so much time. XP charms are that good. They save you, like, if you do 100% XP charm, you're literally saving 100% of your time within an hour, aka you're saving an hour of time. That's a big deal for the 50k or so they cost. Alright, I should be much more focused on leveling at the current time, which is awesome. That means I can actually go ahead and pick up an XP charm. I'm really curious what their current price is at, because I have made videos talking about how good they are, and I mean, it only makes sense. They probably should be a little bit more expensive, but let's go ahead and see. Is it actually XP without the E? I know some items in this game, some items, okay, well, I just can't get them to pop up. There we go. There's just no period after the XP. Ah, yes, of course. 50% are around 9k a piece. What are 100% going to be? Let's see if we can. XP charm 25%. I didn't even know that existed. That's hilarious. 100%, the cheapest one is like 50k or something. That is so worth it. Do XP charm plus 100. It's weird to find them. Oh yeah, 50k a piece, dude. I'm happy. I'm so happy to pay that. Like 50k to save so many hours. I'm gonna buy 3 of them. It's 150k Pokeyen. It's super expensive. I get it, but man, it saves time. It saves time on your life. It's super worth it. It's super. If you can make 50k Pokeyen within 1 hour, which is super easy to do. That should be worth it to you, which is pretty much every single PokeMMO player, or should be. Now, the main thing that I need to work on for this Ampharos is getting its speed up. Tentacruel is a weird Pokemon because its base stat speed is actually like 100, so it's actually pretty difficult to outspeed. I believe the Tentacruels at that location are something around levels 40 to 50 or something. 40 to 55 perhaps. I'm not exactly sure. We'll double check. I think it's 30 to 45, something like that. Probably around 45, level 45. So what you can do is actually go to the GTL. We can look up a Tentacruel. You can go to advanced search, go to minimum level 44. I think that's what you'll see there. Go ahead and sort by lowest. We want to actually look for a nature that's timid to give us like the worst possible, essentially, thing that we could encounter. A timid Tentacruel. No, why would you do that? Timid Tentacruel, 24 speed. This is pretty solid. What's the speed set here? 123. So if I can get to probably 125, 130 speed on this Ampharos, I should be safe and ready to go to Tentacruels. Well, all right, I guess it's just about that time. Let's go ahead and pop an XP charm. Let's see how much we can get done. We're starting this hour. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. 55 levels on the Ampharos. Let's see what we end up at. Let's see how many Pokemon. We definitely should be able to get this thing to 125 speed pretty quickly, and then I can switch to Tentacruels within the hour, and then hopefully I can level some decent Pokemon later on. Yes, I'm lagging as soon as I pop the charm. Nice one. That's okay. Should be pretty easy. Didn't lose me too much time. 10,000 XP per horde is just juicy, 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 juicy to see. I will see you guys at Tentacruels in no time. All right, after this horde, I'm going to go ahead and head over to Tentacruel. This horde should give me one more level. I'm already at 133 speed, so I should be pretty comfortable. That only took 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes to essentially make my Ampharos ready to go at Tentacruels. Let's go ahead and head over. Level 66. Did I gain like 11 levels or something stupid in like 7 or 6 minutes? That is just so good. So the benefit here, of course, that we can actually head over to Hoenn, head over to the Battle Frontier. And I do want to go grab one more Pokemon from my PC to actually put them in my party and start gaining XP. So we'll grab, honestly, you know what? I am going to go ahead and do the right thing. Part of me doesn't want to do this, but I think it's the right thing to do. I want to go ahead and prep my future discharge users. So even though this is kind of the slower thing to do, it's kind of, I wish I could just jump right into getting XP on the Pokemon that's actually going to make me profit. And these discharge users will be, I'll sell them at level 100 and they will make me profit, but I do need to prioritize essentially like the future of, you know, my account. It's really silly, but at least the temporary future, at least not so distant future. Getting multiple of these set up is going to be super good, and then I can use those to train more and more Pokemon. There's a reason I went ahead and bought, you know, 3 XP charm 100%. So, like, there's discharge for Minun. That gets level 32. Like, that's super good. Let's go ahead and learn that move. Getting 3 or 4 discharge users set up as opposed to just Ampharos is going to help me way down the line once this thing reaches level 100 and it's time to sell it off so I don't end up in this weird situation. You want to constantly be replenishing your discharge Pokemon. I got Minun's level 58. I'm going to go ahead and say that's enough and move on to the next discharge Pokemon. It kind of hurts me how much time I'm about to waste on leveling all of these discharge Pokemon instead of the Pokemon I intended to. I'm also lagging a lot right now. Like I have 40 minutes left and I haven't touched the Pokemon I want to, and I still have to XP train 2 more discharge Pokemon, so it feels a little funny, but I promise you it makes sense. Copium. Right, I think this horde is going to be the last one for this specific Kling Clang. I'm hoping the speed should be enough at 144 speed. I'm hoping 147. Hoping 139 should be enough special attack to actually be able to kill the tentacles, but I'm not sure, and I don't really care to test exactly right now. I'm going to move Discharge up, put him in the PC, and then grab the other Clink I still have to level. Here's the Minun in the other Kling Clang, and then the other Clink in my inventory. Let's put the XP share on him and get to that XP process. Also, 9,000 encounters, Pog. Alright, I think the second Kling Clang is done as well, as that was my last horde. So I think I finally have all my discharge Pokemon done. This thing is pretty strong, actually. So, the question is, how much can I get done in the remaining 19 minutes? Probably not too much, but you know what? We'll just have to see. I just have so many Pokemon to level. It's kind of absurd. I guess we'll start with this Girder for whatever reason. Most of these Pokemon I do only have to get to level 50. So, you know what? Actually, I might be able to get a decent amount of Pokemon to 50 if I go for that. The Meowths and stuff that need level 100, or the Parasect that needs level 100, that's going to take a bit longer for sure. All right, that is surprisingly it for Gerd. He's already level 51, so we're going to take the XP share off of him. He's done with. I'll have to trade Evo him at some point, but I'll drag him down to here to essentially mean that he's kind of complete. We'll move these up here temporarily. Let's grab this Gyarados. Get some quick XP on him. Get him to 50 if I was going to say if possible. I should be able to get him to level 50. Even though he's 28, I think I could definitely get him level 50 in 12 minutes. I think it's possible. Level 48 on the Gyarados at the moment with 3 minutes left. I'm pretty happy with that. Should definitely be able to reach that 50 mark I was a little worried about, but I thought it was pretty probable. Also getting some weird little lag. I wasn't sure if it was because I was on like a bad server like Speedwagon or something. Usually if I'm experiencing that little bit of in-game lag, I try to just disconnect and reconnect, but it's also totally possible that it's not actually the game servers. I am uploading a pretty big video at the moment. It's actually Shiny Wars full recap. So it's like a 2-hour long, I think. It's all of the recaps, all 7.5 days or 8 videos of Shiny Wars recaps, you know, jammed together into a mega cut, similar to what I do with the Road to PokeMMO stuff at the end of those. So check that out. If you want something in the background, some entertaining content to listen to while you yourself are grinding, there is level 50 on the Gary. All right, put the Gary away. I grabbed an Osmoril that was pretty close to being done, it seemed. It's at level 46, actually, so I'm going to go ahead and put an XP share onto that and try to get it to 50 really quickly. 2 minutes left. Should be doable. And with around 50 seconds left, this horde should be the one that gets this Osmoril's level 50. I must have trained this thing forever ago. It's super solid, 25 plus in attack and speed, 20 plus in other stats, Jolly Nature. It's just missing Aqua Drum, or excuse me, Aqua Jet and Belly Drum, which it does kind of need to be competitively viable. Kind of. You can go Choice Band Osmoril. I think Choice Band Osmoril might actually be more viable than I expect. Now I'm actually curious and kind of want to check the PvP statistics after this XP charm is up. All right, but Osmoril put away. I'm not going to really waste an encounter here. It's not going to be able to grab that. So we did finish these 3 Pokemon to 50. All my discharge users are ready to go. My Ampharos is almost level 100, so it's almost time to sell off my first discharger, which is why I created all of these other ones. You gain XP so fast on this thing. So this Blastoise needs to be trained to level 100. These Meowths need to go to level 100 as well, which is going to be kind of scary, but we'll make a ton of profit at least. And then we have 2 Haunters here, which can go to level 50, I believe, just for budget Gengars. We have a Roserade, which... what happened to this thing? I don't know. I forget if I bought the IVs like this or if I messed them up. I would guess I bought them like this. If I messed up these IVs, that would be pretty embarrassing. I think they might have came like that. And it's still worth for me to just level to 50 and then sell it off as such and just see if someone's willing to fix it. It's kind of my best bet. Because me spending the berries, the Pokeyen, to actually fix it just isn't worth it. We have this Zawilice, which is just gonna be, I think, just getting trained into like a high dragon, just for a little bit extra Pokeyen, side Pokeyen. I don't need to get everything done. That's an important thing here. It's like I don't need to get every single one of these Pokemon, you know, trained off. This also needs to be level 100. It's actually better if I like keep some stuff around to actually, you know, obviously make side Pokeyen while doing my gym rerun. So what I'm probably going to do now, I'm probably just going to move on to the Parasect. I'm not going to be making much. I'm going to pop one more XP charm. I'm not going to be making much Pokeyen on the Parasect or this next charm again. This is much more of a long-term progression account building episode than a money making episode, which I'm okay with since I got so much Pokeyen from that initial flip. Which makes me think, should I do another shiny flip now in the background while I'm doing this account progression? I think yes. But first, I'm going to get way too distracted. First things first, let me go ahead and check PvP statistics. I'm actually curious. Did the season just reset? No way. Is that why I can't view? I haven't seen this in a very, very long time. Yeah, it's the 31st. You know what? It's the 31st of July as I'm recording this. I think the PvP season is currently resetting. So it's the one time within PokeMMO I can't view PvP statistics to see if Choice Band Osmoril is actually being used right now. Unfortunate. Okay, but back to the initial claim. It's shiny flipping time. Checking for recently listed shinies is not a bad way to go about it at all. I am just going to stick to males. I pretty much always tell people sticking to males is a really good way to stay safe with shiny flips. It's going to allow you to turn around and flip those Pokemon, sell them a ton faster because people need them as breeders. If people are buying females, it's usually because they're trying to breed that specific species, which can take a long time, or they're doing something else, or like breeding an unknown OT to like breed for profit. It's, you know, it takes a lot longer on average to sell a female shiny than a male, just usually. I'm gonna keep looking through. We've got a Marowak at 2.2 mil. Any recently listed stuff is good to double check on, but it seems like a lot of this seems cleaned out. I can actually start looking at these like 6 mil shinies now. It's a little risky for me to go for something like that, but it might be worth checking. That is special attack in the field A group. I don't care for that. Shiny Quagsire we see. Alakazam. Is Alakazam really this cheap of a shiny? That's kind of surprising to me. I think Kadabra might have a horde, so maybe it does make sense, but that's honestly, yeah, wow. That's a little shocking to me that you can just buy an Alakazam for that. It feels like a rarer shiny to me. Okay, but I'm going to go with the special trick of 25 plus in HP and defenses. You need these stats for every single Pokemon. Like, look at this Tentacruel. 1.8 mil. This might be a fair flip. This one as well. Wow. 2 mil. Look at these stats. Maybe that's, I mean, to be fair, it's 2 mil for a 1x31. That probably is actually just the going rate. This one is not 25 plus in all the stats, but it is like 20 plus in everything. Doesn't have nature. If nature is an underrated thing, I feel like if you find someone with like better nature, that's like so good. Probably need to prioritize that or look into that a little more. I'm not seeing anything super good here. I kind of look through for 2x31s. Nothing standing out to me immediately. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this Tentacruel is like, it's so good. But I don't think there's any flip room on it. And I think the Water CA group is just not great for this. The reason why this Tentacruel is such a good breeder is because it's 31 speed and then 20 to 25 plus in every other stat. Now, the reason why it's extra good or really good is because it has adamant nature. So what you want to do on something like this is you want to breed it. It's a male. You want to breed it with a female Pokemon with 31 attack and speed and 20 plus. You can breed the nature on over to it for pretty cheap. So this is a fantastic example of a nature breeding shiny. The issue is I just don't think there's any margin with 2.5 mil on the price tag. Man, I'm really shocked to see how hurting the Bug A group is for like 31 special attack Pokemon. I might try to make a flip on one of these Durants. For example, like this Durant is 25 plus in HP, 25 plus in defense, 31 special attack, and then it's missing special defense and speed if you want it to be a physical attacker, which you do have to breed onto it, but 1.65 mil. It's by far like the best Durant out of all of these ones I've seen. This one is like interesting as well. I wonder if it's worth to try to flip both of them. I'm just shocked. These ones have been listed for like 15 days. These have both been listed for 15 hours or less. This one's jolly 1.8 mil. I'm just having a really hard time finding Bug A group breeders. I don't know how people are gonna have a good time or have a fair time like getting breeds onto like female bug shinies. If you want something like an Exceldor like we see here, want something like I feel like there's a ton of bugs that are special attack. Maybe I'm incorrect. Larvesta, if you want something a little more rare. I think a lot of bug Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken, need that special attack stat. I feel like it really convinces me when I look up something like this, like 31 special attack, 20 plus in HP and defense, and we essentially see, we go to male, because we need breeders for it, of course, we see the two, literally the only two Durants that I was talking about. This one's a little different. This one's not as nearly as good, obviously, 22 and 20 plus. Like, I feel like someone's willing to pay more to have the 28 plus in each stat. It's a pretty noticeable difference. The issue is, I'd probably only sell this Durant for like 2 mil. And does that work? I'm doing a lot of clips talking about shiny flipping. I wonder if this is all worth it. I'm not really seeing anything today. This might be one of those rare times where I might not bite on a shiny flip. I'm just not really seeing anything that's too good. Maybe I need to just keep looking. Sometimes you just need to keep looking, to be totally honest. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything like worth biting on. Like those two Durants, I could pay 1.6 mil for and probably maybe flip them for 2 mil, but it's not worth risking. I don't want to sit on Durants. I don't want to sit on, 2 point whatever, over 3 mil, 3.2 mil on a shiny. I don't want to worry about that. What about the Dragon Egg group? Let's check that really quick. Yeah, I found like a Gyarados that's kind of interesting, but I'm just not seeing much. I'm not seeing much. I'm not going to bite on something I'm not like pretty sure I can double my money on. So today is one of those rare days where I'm not going to touch the shiny flipping economy. Sometimes that's just what happens. I'm going to go finish leveling up this Parasite. I'm probably going to pop another XP charm and work on that. Sorry for a bunch of long clips without doing anything. It feels kind of weird, but I think it's also really realistic and important to show those. I think I'm really like open and like, what's the word? Just kind of show you guys everything. Genuine, I guess. Kind of cringy to use that word, but genuine on this channel where I kind of just show you guys, hey, this is what happens. This money-making method did work. This money-making method didn't work, and I want to waste my time so you guys don't have to waste in a way, at least where I'm learning and educating others. But another XP charm has been popped. It's time to put in the hours, put in the work. I'll see you guys with a level 100 Parasect definitely before this hour ends, and we'll see how much other progress we can make on top of it. All right, it's been a long time coming, but here's level 100 on the Ampharos. It's kind of crazy. I say long time, but it's kind of crazy how fast that felt. That's the first discharge Pokemon that I prepared up to level 100, which means it's time to go grab one of the other ones, one of the many other ones that I prepared. I almost kind of wish / wonder if I should have prepared more. So we'll end up selling that Ampharos here in a bit. Let's get this Minun going. I'm really hoping this Minun has enough damage to kill these Tentacruels. It might not. But we'll figure it out if not. Our Parasect is level 85 at the moment with 49 minutes left on XP Charm as well. And we're on stream, because why not? All right, this is the second horde I'm killing with Minun. Thankfully, the first horde was a breeze. Yup, okay, we have plenty of damage then. Whew, crisis averted. All right, I didn't notice, but I did actually finally reach level 100 on the Parasect, so we'll go ahead and go switch that out with a different Pokemon. I took a fair bit. I have 14 minutes left in the Richest Charm. Honestly, yeah, quite a bit of time, but with that done, we can finally go back to Dittos, so that is a huge relief. I'm gonna go and get this Ambipom to level 50. That shouldn't take too long at all. I'm gonna go ahead and actually grab like another Pokemon on top of that. We'll grab some quick levels. I can put XP share on both Ambipom and Roserade here and just get these done super quick. All right, there we go. Level 50 on Ambipom and 51 actually on Roserade, so that's perfect. Let's go switch these out really quick if possible. We have 10 minutes left on Charm and 2 Haunters, both at level 34, I believe. We'll see how much we can get done on them. All right, 8 seconds left on the XP Charm. Both the Haunters are level 46, 47. Minun got to level 93. I'm not going to be able to get this horde on the XP Charm, but that's okay. I'm probably going to go ahead and finish up these Haunters because it's better I do that now, even off of Charm, versus having to like have them in my party for a gym rerun and gain a little bit of passive XP on them when they're this close to 50 is just, it wastes too much time in the gym run to have to switch them out. So I'm just going to finish this up really quick. All right, here we go. This should be the horde for level 50 on both the Haunters, which is pretty nice. Ended up with Minun at level 95. Haunters both get to level 50. I do have to trade evolve both the Haunters and the Girder at some point to make them sell a lot faster. That'd be a lot easier. So it's definitely worth to do that at some point. But I'm going to throw these in the PC. And we got a lot of progress done. We popped, I think, 2 XP charms in total throughout this whole leveling process over a 2 or 3 day period, which is only 2 hours of work. You know, it gets exhausting. I think it was 2 days. There's a lot to do. I guess I had to EV train all the Pokemon as well. There was a ton to do. There was a ton to do. We got a ton done. We have these 3 discharge Pokemon down here. We've got these 2 level 100s. Parasect is now done. I can switch that back over to the Utility Mon. I can go back to Dittos whenever I want to, which is a fantastic feeling. And yeah, I have how many Pokemon to just sell off? I have to trade evolve these 3. But these 4 are ready to sell right now, and then these 3 need to be trade evolved and then sold. So we have a lot of money coming in. Something I was also thinking about during the XP grinding process, I am way closer to 10 mil than I realize. I think I might have already talked about this, but maybe not to enough of an extent. If this Tentacle were to sell, I would essentially be at 10 mil. I'd be like 500k away. That would be the end of the series in a heartbeat if that sold, which is just an insane thing to think about. All right, stream is now over, so now we're just chilling. I want to go ahead and sell off these Pokemon if possible. I do want to wait on these ones to trade evolve them, so I'm just going to sell these 4 for now, I guess. We'll start with that, and then we'll let them sit on the GTL while we make other progress. All right, this Roserade is going to be a weird one. Part of me wonders what I probably should have done. This, I probably should have just sold this as a breeder. I'm going to be totally honest, just flipped it. I probably could have sold it for like 20k pretty easily, or 20 or 30. I'm going to try to sell it for like 40k, I guess. It's in a really, it's a really weird, really weird Pokemon. Do I just really go 50k? I'm gonna go 35k. It's such a strange Pokemon. I hope that it just sells like this. Kind of weird that I EV trained it, but it's fine, I guess. Ambipom should be a lot better. Defense, actually, we'll see. A lot of these mediocre comps are just like something to do. They're nothing super crazy. They're not gonna be like incredible profit, but it's just not terrible. And honestly, I just really enjoy it. I really like making mediocre comps. It's not the best moneymaker in the world. You probably make around I would guess 120k Pokeyen per hour with all your effort put in. It's just really fun to me. I really enjoy it. I think 50k for Ambipom is going to be super fair. This one is 70k and is like naive. This one's 20k and adamant and 25 plus. Similar to this one, but missing more stats. I'm going to go 50k on this. I think that's super fair. Maybe even 55k. Nah, I think 50k is honestly plenty for this monkey. Now, this is probably going to be the most expensive one. This is probably the best one. This, let's do the right thing. Osmeril, this thing is 25 plus. Look at this. 25 plus in attack and speed, jolly nature. It actually has correct nature. The only issue is it doesn't have edge moves, so it can't go belly drum aqua jet strats, but it can go choice band. It will have to be choice band without aqua jet, which is a little unfortunate, but this one has the option belly drum aqua jet. Mine's definitely not worth anything close to this, but I do feel pretty comfortable going like 120k on this. Maybe even, it's really solid. Maybe even 140. Yeah, I'll go 140 on this. I think this could sell. This is a huge difference, right? 140k, I think that is totally reasonable. And then this Gyarados is also going to go for a really solid amount of money, like really solid. I think a lot of people just want it right now for the storylines, which makes a lot of sense. Like this is easily going to be like 120k probably for this Gyarados. Actually, this one's way better at 111. I'm going to go 99 and just undercut with the stats. I think that's super reasonable. So that's awesome. I must have bought this carp for like less than 5k. So super happy with that. A lot of profit being made. We'll see those sell off hopefully soon. And hopefully see a bunch more of my listings just sell off over time. The economy just is generally a little slower right now as people are mostly saving money for Johto in the anniversary event. Most people aren't spending unless they're spending it to make more, like breeding and such. But yeah, for the most part right now, people are pretty much chilling, sitting on their cash stacks and just accumulating in preparation for all the big things to come within the game. But that is going to be it for this episode. Not the progress I expected. Not a whole lot of super exciting, super big money-making progress. I mean, besides the huge claim at the beginning of the episode. But really, this episode was all about stability, progression, and using your account in productive ways, getting that XP and everything. So hopefully you guys still enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something, maybe a thing or two here and there. Let me know in the comments if you did. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you care about that. Like the video if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my channel, you can do so via the links down below. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, Venmo. Hopefully my content helps you guys out and gives you some entertainment while you grind PokeMMO. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Yo, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. I really appreciate that, and hopefully it was worth your time. If your name is on this list, that means I appreciate you even more, and you go above and beyond and physically allow my channel to function. I appreciate you so much, and have a great day.